Alright, what does it say? Thank you. Enjoy. Have a nice day. Nice drink. Alright. Using this formation, forgot to attack. Ended up in Ruby. Focus. Focus, stupid. Focus. Okay, Ruby 3. Ruby 3. It's okay though. Got this nice drink, so pretty happy with that. Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here, welcome back to another Brave 9 video. Alright, so we have, I managed to get up to Ruby 3. Now, I didn't play much because I was busy. So I was pretty happy. That's the reason why I couldn't live stream as well. I was supposed to live stream usually 1 hour before the arena resets, but I couldn't make it because I was out. So I did leave my phone running for a while, and then after a while it just stopped running because my mercenary inventory was full. And you know, I mean, when I checked my phone afterwards and then it just tell me that, and I was like, okay. So I missed out on at least 1 hour of farming for points before the arena resets. But I'm actually pretty happy even though I'm in Ruby 3. Could have been better for sure, but it is what it is, right? So I can't expect much because I wasn't active. But I did get pretty well. The formation did work pretty good in my favor. So this is a new formation that I'm testing. As you guys can see, the win rate is, I would say, pretty high on the couple of N1s. So I'm going to show you guys a few different battles. Okay, so in my previous live stream, I think I did one yesterday. A bunch of you guys were asking me why didn't I use Helga, right? So I think in this battle, in all of these battles, at least I can show you guys some example and some reasonings on why is that. Because I do find using Glacia much better in a lot of ways. Okay, so let's jump into some battles. Let's start off with this BRD 388 and then I'll talk along the way. Okay, so I did call up from Sapphire to Ruby. Definitely, I think I lose a bunch of points. Didn't play much the whole day today. But why am I using Glacia? Alright, why am I not using Helga rather? So before this, I do have Helga in Glacia's place. But I noticed after switching in Glacia, I noticed that she has much more impact. Alright, maybe not in this particular battle. She just get destroyed, absolutely destroyed by that Yuri right there. Alright, Yuri counters Glacia. Alright, I'm sure we all know that by now. That was unfortunate. I thought I could or will be able to show Glacia's true power right there. Okay, but I guess we can still talk about it. So, Glacia versus Helga, right? So overall, Helga is a unit that's fully reliant on having to die in round 1. Ideally, you have to die in round 1. If your Helga doesn't die in round 1, I feel like she defeats the purpose of having her at all, right? Now, most of the time when you use Helga, you want her to die first, and you want her to buff prohibits the enemy. Alright, so buff prohibition is very cool. That's the reason why Helga is mostly being used. And of course, alongside with giving your allies debuffs overall. But the problem is inconsistency can happen, and most of the time, it depends on the enemy's range, and etc. is hard for you to set up in terms of your Helga will always die first. There's always enemy's range, right? Depending on how far, whether they hit front or skip or back. And overall, once it goes past round 1, if your Helga didn't die at all, it goes to round 2 and round 3, Helga plays no impact at all. Alright, even if she dies round 2, she purifies and she gives buff prohibition, and by then it's too late because round 1 is already over, you lose the buffs. By then you might already be in the losing side. You might already have lost a couple of your units. In that case, it doesn't matter if your Helga dies in round 2 and round 3. So ideally, if you use Helga, you always want Helga to die in round 1. That's the problem right there. Comparing Helga to Glacia, right? Glacia is a long-term, is a late-game kind of unit, right? She relies on delaying the units as late as possible. So she is very strong in that sense, right? In the current meta, Glacia still have her uses for sure. Freeze is always a good thing that we can have. Alright, she can freeze Lucius. She can freeze enemies Valter. She can freeze Adin. Alright. She can defend against Angelica still. And a lot of things. Velfern. Velfern is commonly seen right now. Glacia does protect against Velfern, alright? I haven't seen a Velfern manage to one-shot a Glacia before. It has never happened, so Glacia is a very good counter to Velfern. So in the current meta that we are having right now, I feel like Glacia has much more impact because a lot of the meta that we have, I mean a lot of the units that we have in the current meta, alright, this includes Valter, it includes Seto, it includes who else do we have? Maybe Lucius as well. Yeah, Lucius is a big part of that. A lot of the battle relies on having lots of rounds, lots of turns. So having units like that, it feels like Glacia has much more impact compared to Helga. Because like I mentioned, I feel like Helga is a very strong unit before the Octo because she gives insane amount of buffs and she buff prohibits the enemies during that almost a whole duration of one round. Alright, a couple of turns, 16 turns or something like that, which is crazy. And during that turn, it can determine a lot, alright, because back then, Angelica, Edin, and a couple of others were the meta. But right now, alright, in the meta right now, you know, Seto is not something that can be one-shotted unless you have Beliaf Christina. Like, it's hard to one-shot Seto within first round. Alright, same goes for Valter. Valter is not something that you can one-shot within round 1. Same goes for Grand Hilder, is still strong. Lucius is not something that you can one-shot within round 1. So because of the combination of all these units, that is meant to prolong fights, right? That is meant to make the fights last as long as we can, going to round 60, round 70, right? Sorry, not round, turn 60, turn 70, round 10 onwards, which is why I think Glacia is strong. So yeah, overall, in my personal opinion, based on the battles that I've seen, I do feel like Glacia does have much more impact compared to Helga. Alright, so I'm not saying that Helga is bad, it's just that if I were to compare both of them, I do feel like Glacia does provide much more because she tends to prolong the battle for me and it gives my space, it gives my Valter, my Velfern, my Seto rooms to breathe, right? Because she direct taunts away and she takes taunts away and etc. So some of you might have questioned why do I need Grand Hilder and Glacia at the same time, right? Because isn't it overkill? Not really, because most players still have Helga, alright? So if Helga, like right now you see my Glacia is buff prohibited, right? So my Grand complements Glacia in a way, take the taunt away, you know? Well, look at the Velfern power. And look at that, Glacia healing up. Okay, so Glacia heals up, so now I have a taunter still. So round, what are we? Round 2, round 3, I still have a taunt. Of course we have Frisha, but look at that, Frisha got frozen. Lucius got frozen right there, Frisha got frozen right there. I pretty much got my job done because I'm able to do those things right there. Managed to freeze a couple of the enemies. Can I still win this? Let's go, Seto! Kablam! Oh no. That Frisha cannot charge up because she's frozen. She can't attack, right? So that's something that is a big help. Did I just lose this one? No. Boom! Oh crap. Oh crap. Aha! Heal up. Aha! Mini Bobo. So yeah, I hope that explains the reasoning behind why I decided to use Glacia as opposed to Helga. And it's not something that you can observe easily within a day or two. It literally took me 1 week to be able to notice that. And yeah, you can see, maybe it's hard to see from just the battles that I'm showing you guys. Obviously, throughout the course of that week, I did more experiments, more various different battles, and it depends on formations, etc, things like that, right? But ideally, I would say the impact that Glacia will be able to provide is just crazy. Because, like, for example, battles like this, you see, my Glacia is buff prohibited. She will never have the taunt, so enemy Livia will always hit my Grand Hilder. And then she will die because of Seto, right? And then from maybe turn 4 to turn 5 onwards, I will have Glacia with taunt. And that's when the thing comes, because by then, if enemies still have Valter, for example, Valter can get frozen. Once Valter gets frozen, he or she cannot have the increased HP, etc. But in this case, my Glacia did die right there, which is unfortunate. But most cases, this one I think is a lose. You know, it's quite hard to demonstrate in every single battle, but Glacia does have the ability to help you prolong battles, especially if you have Gran. Now, it's not something that's super obvious. Let's see if I can showcase slightly different battles so that you guys can try to observe from there as well. Okay, so this is a player that still uses Natus. I am the ace. Okay, so clearly we do have Helga. Helga and Glacia on the enemy side. So I'm going in with my Glacia first. Lidmila will die because I put Seto at the back. Okay, so now look at this. So we get rid of Valter with my Asmut. Natus is dead. So look at that. My Glacia's taunt helped me because Seto hits me. Okay, so it doesn't matter. So Gran hits enemy Glacia. I got buff prohibited. So my Glacia cannot taunt. But it doesn't matter because I've already done my job. Now my Gran heal there will have taunt. So if there's a Livia, Livia would hit Gran. But in this case, my Gran is not dying. So I do have Gran and Glacia to help prolong the battle. Wait, did that Ventana just fail to kill me? I have no idea what happened right there. But holy moly, that was interesting. That was an interesting one for sure. Ventana failed to kill me? What happened right there? Did she not crit or something? Or did Gran not have taunt? I didn't really notice that. But overall, yeah. If I were to change, I could still use Helga, I think. I think Helga overall would have a decent impact as well on my team. It's just that when you use Helga, it's much more of a gamble. Like I mentioned, it relies a lot on enemies trying to one-shot your Helga first, as opposed to you killing their Helga first, right? Yo, did that Vals just one-shot my Glacia? What? Okay, in situations like this, I am not that scared because I still have Gran, right? So that is that. Does enemy not have Livia? Okay, that is interesting. This guy is not using Livia. Okay. Ventanado. So that is something that... What? Okay, okay, Skeleton. Skeleton. Let's see. Valfern. Vals. Okay, I have Lucius taking on the middle lane, so I should be fine. At least I would hope so. I would hope that I'm fine. That is a Beliaf plus 15? Yeah, crazy. Okay, Beliaf dead. I think I got this. I think I got this. Vals? Come on. Come on. What plus is this Seto? Plus 12. Okay. So plus 12 Seto usually struggles to one-shot Livia from counter, so my Livia will survive right there. Valfern. Okay, Vals dead. Seto dead. Man, Valfern, man, so useful. Boom! What now? No more Ventana. What now, huh? Huh? What now? Oh my god. Oh, Skeleton. Okay. We got this. Okay, so let's have a look at a couple more battles. This one is against Cura Pick. Now, I do think that if I don't have Grand Hill there, right? Maybe the Glacia pairing might not work that well. But I feel like with Gran, it provides me with a decent win rate, I would say. Angelica, okay. Yo, what just happened right there? What just happened? How did my Asmo die? Oh, that was a Glacia? Banshina? Actually a Banshina abuser. Okay, okay, this guy does have higher points than I do. Okay, we did sacrifice my Livia for a Seto, I'll take it. Yeah, the problem with if you don't have Helga, right? Angelica can one-shot your Gran easily. But if there's Helga, usually, you know, it's still manageable. Is that a Chalkle? Holy moly, someone using Chalkle? Still? That's crazy, man. I don't see Chalkle often anymore, but yeah, to see someone using Chalkle still, salute, man, salute. Okay, can I win this though? It's all about Banshina against my group of weird... Okay, Valfern can't do much, god damn it. The Beliaf is too tanky. Wait, is that a Okay, I thought it was a vital Beliaf. But I'm quite surprised that Valfern could not do it. Yeah, I guess Valfern doesn't have much attacks to begin with. So I'm guessing we lost this one. Can I win this? Banshina though. Super Omega tanky. Yeah, we lost. There's no way I'm winning this because Banshina and Valter, right? So yeah, one more point that I would like to make is Glacia helps your Velter survive longer, indirectly. Because when Glacia has taunt, okay, how my formation works is, usually Glacia will get buff prohibited, so within round 1, Glacia will not have taunt, so my Grand will always have taunt first. So Grand will always die to Livia, so that's how it works. And then Livia will always die, and then my Grand is in alignment with Seto right here, right? Grand and Seto in one line, so enemy Livia will usually die to my Seto as well from counter, because I have a Seto plus 13. If you guys follow my stream, I already got a plus 13 now. So that's the idea. So once Grand dies, I still have Glacia for taunt. So Glacia is to direct attacks away, distract enemies so that my Velter can go on, you know, with high HP as long as he or she can. So that's how the strategy works. So basically, like, it's kind of a 3-layer tank thing, right? It's a triple layer tank thing. It's Grand Hilde is the first one to be prioritized by the enemy, followed by Glacia, followed by Velter, right? So hopefully Velter will have 100,000 HP by then. So that's the entire strategy, like that's the entire mindset that when I crafted this formation, I wanted that to work. Helga wouldn't have helped with that. Like usually, because of me, I'm an S-mode abuser still. I love my S-mode still. I feel like S-mode is quite strong right now, right? So S-mode will always take care of Helga like that. And sometimes that happens, like in this case, it didn't go according to plan because Angelica went in and hit my Grand right there, right? So sometimes things don't really go according to your plan, but I still have Lucius as backup in that case. So in this case, Lucius tanking that whole lane. So hopefully I can get rid of his Lucius faster than he can get rid of mine. But of course, I do not have Christina or any multi-hit units. That's most likely not gonna happen. But in this case, that Lucius is helping me delay as much as I can so that Velter can charge up as much HP as I can as well, right? So in this case, as long as my Velter has about, you know, 50,000, 60,000 HP, I should be fine dealing with all the enemy units, except for Angelica. So we have to find a way to get rid of Angelica in kind of a sense. Let's see. So my Velter going in, so now I have 62,000 HP. So Velter will take care of Seto and Edin. Yo, Edin survived. Okay, I'm gonna go in and boom. Yeah, it doesn't matter if Angelica still survive or whatever because at this point I still have Seto, right? So yeah, overall I feel like sometimes you have to gauge based on what you actually need, like what units can help make your other units stronger in a way. Like if I use Helga, right? Helga will not help my Velter and Lucius survive longer, but Glacia will, because Glacia has taunt. She will redirect attacks away to her, right? It's the same concept as how I crafted my Grand Hilde formation last time. I used Albion, I used Floria, and whatever damage dealers that the enemy have, they will all focus on my Grand Hilde. So that's just to make sure that enemy focuses on Grand and all my units will be able to last as long as they could, right? So it's the same concept right here. It's just that I'm using two taunters, right, and two defenders to help, basically Velter, to help Velter out basically. So far it seems to work pretty well. I would say it's a pretty decent formation. Obviously I didn't have much. You can see I have like 41 spare slots because I didn't attack much at the last minute due to my work, right? So I feel like maybe one more week I could give this a try and, you know, could swap around Helga and see which is better overall. Alright guys, so that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. Alright, based on those battles that I showed you earlier, you know, feel free to give your opinion and your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.